Let's start with the first thing you'll notice right away, the screen size. The Huawei MatePad Pro 13.2 absolutely towers over the 12.9-inch iPad Pro from 2019. It's taller, a bit narrower, and those bezels, just look how tiny they are. Huawei really nailed that modern look with its flexible OLED display. Meanwhile, even though the newer iPads have faster chips, Apple still hasn't changed that same old bezel design. It honestly feels outdated now. Just by looking at these two, the iPad hardware feels like it's stuck a few years behind. Now, let's talk about thickness. This isn't exactly a fair comparison. The MatePad Pro 13.2 is brand new, and the iPad Pro 2019 is, well, from another era. But still, look how thin the Huawei is, only 5.5 millimeters. It's noticeably sleeker. I'm sure Apple's next iPad will catch up, but for now, Huawei's design just feels way more refined. Here's the Huawei up close. That rose gold color is absolutely stunning in person. It gives off this premium professional vibe without being flashy. On the back, you get a dual camera setup, a 50 megapixel main and an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and up front, a 16 megapixel selfie camera that's tucked neatly into the bezel. Huawei's really thought about the aesthetics here. It's clean, elegant, and feels great in the hand. Now, let's talk about apps. I've downloaded everything I usually use: YouTube, Clash of Clans, even some editing tools, all without any issue. When you look at both screens side by side, you can really see how the icons and layout take advantage of the Huawei's taller display. Everything just feels more open, more modern, and once again, when you check the thickness, the difference is clear. The MatePad is just more polished and futuristic. Don't get me wrong, the iPad Pro still feels solid and premium, but that extra chunkiness really shows its age. Here's where Huawei really flexes, that bezel. Just look how razor thin it is. Even the camera cutout is tiny and barely noticeable. The iPad's bezel suddenly looks huge in comparison. Now I'll place the Huawei directly on top of the iPad so you can see the difference clearly. Look at that. The MatePad almost feels like the screen goes edge to edge. It's a huge leap in design. Finally, let's talk about screen quality under light. The Huawei's Flexible OLED PaperMatte display is impressive. No harsh reflections, and still bright and crisp even under direct light. The matte finish really helps. Meanwhile, the iPad's glossy finish struggles here. It catches reflections everywhere, so in the end, both are beautiful devices, but built for different users. The MatePad is sleek, futuristic, and design forward, while the iPad is still a reliable workhorse. Honestly, I couldn't pick between them, so I just bought both.